we're back again. In this video, I'm going to talk about conditional statements. I'm going to draw stuff out, we're going to do a little bit of coding, but I'm going to talk about it from the perspective of the self-taught artist and some of the things that I've found and the way that I think about it as shapes and structures. In this video, I'm going to talk about conditional statements. Conditional statements I've looked at before. I've said things like, when I'm working out vectors and looking at all of the variables, talking about proverbial barbecue, if the weight of all the gear that I want to take to the barbecue, the cup, the glass and the plate, and the cutlery is more than a certain amount, let's take a truck rather than a bicycle. If, one example I used, there are 0 people coming to my barbecue, then cancel the barbecue. So this if is a conditional statement. So I have a condition, number of people coming to the barbecue. If it's 0, cancel the barbecue. Otherwise, yeah, let's have a barbecue. So we can look at that with the things that we've already learned how to do. We're going to make an integer called num of people, again using camel case, lowercase to begin with, and then capitals on the following words. And I'm going to say number of people equals 10. This could change all the time. At a later point in my program, I can say to the computer, if something or other, don't know what's going to go in there at the moment, but if a certain thing happens, then I want to, for instance, cancel the barbecue. Now, to tell the computer when to stop doing things, we can put this into curly brackets. To say, if this thing happens, then do this thing. And then go on to the rest of the program. And this is our conditional statement, this bit in here. I'm going to say, if num of people equals 0, sometimes in computing you have to say equals, because otherwise it might try and put 0 into the number of people, like we've done here. Number of people equals 10. If number of people, and I think of it is equal to, you do equals 0, cancel the barbecue. And this is the structure of a conditional statement. They're used all over the place to make tests. We can do them with things like Boolean. The Boolean operators, which can be true or false. You can say, if barbecue is cancelled, then do something. What's cool is if we take this simple structure that we've got, we can also add some more conditions. To write it out longer, we can say number of people equals 10, and then I can say if is equal to 0, and I'm going to start my curly brackets and then end my curly brackets, and I try and keep them lined up and neat. These are all the statements that we're going to do if this conditional statement is true. So we say, if number of people equals 0, then cancel barbecue, watch TV instead. But I can also say something additional to make this switch or this condition or this test even more useful. If the number of people equals 0, cancel barbecue and watch TV. Else, otherwise, here's a list of things to do. And then I'll put this in between the curly brackets. Else, and here's my list of things to do. I could say calculate weight of stuff as a thing to do. I go through and count how many people are coming, how much does all of my aforementioned cutlery and crockery weigh, and then decide if we need a truck. So that's a simple example of how we can use conditional statements. If something or other, then do this stuff. Additionally, to make it even cooler and more useful, else do this other stuff. So, if our variable, our integer variable, number of people is equal to, double equals, 0, do a thing. Cancel barbecue, watch TV. Else, do something else. Next time, I'm going to be looking at loops that help us count things and how we can combine our integers, our floats, our bools, booleans, and our vector list of objects with this idea of having conditional statements that say, hey, if things going on, then do something. If it's not, let's do something else. And we can combine that with loops so that we could do a barbecue again and again. And there's little operations inside making a barbecue, like make one sandwich, make another sandwich, make another sandwich. We can automate them and count through them. And suddenly we've got these actually really powerful, cool structures that we can think about things that we want to do, things that we want to make. So catch me on the next video. Like and subscribe if you're liking this. Let me know questions underneath. I'm really happy to answer them. And pretty soon we're going to start building our own applications and build cool art stuff. Thank you.